I'll start this video out with the crazy axolotls. These are well, I call them pink ones. They're called Leucistic, and I have no idea how to spell that. But this is the male. He's staring at me and not doing much. But there is some live baby brine shrimp, sea monkeys, adults at the bottom. Apparently he's just going to stare the shrimp to death, and then I'll walk over and eat them. And this is the female, and she's trying to say hello, I think. And she also has some live baby brine shrimp swimming around her fingers or claws or whatever. And the reason I'm starting a video with them, besides they're kind of cute, is they laid eggs. And this is the beginning of what happens. There's quite a large amount of eggs. So what I'm going to try to do is start up another video and go day by day on what happens with these eggs. I'll try to zoom in on some of them. See if I can get some with the light behind them. Here we go. The reason for that is, if I get this to focus on the eggs, it's like a gelatinous ball with an egg inside it. Pretty weird. And over the next few days, I think it takes about 9 days. I could be wrong. Might be more. Let me see if I can stabilize my hand here. The eggs will change into a dash, kind of. And basically it's the larva. They develop inside the egg, inside the case, and then at one point in probably about close to 2 weeks from now, there will be a miniature sized one of these in there, assuming the eggs are fertile and they're going to hatch. This is obviously the female. She's kind of chunky still, so she may lay some more eggs. These are about full grown. They're almost a foot long now. These have blue gills with the red frilly stuff. And this guy is still staring at me. I think when they flash the gills, that means hello. But so they're about to be parents again, because I've already kept about 5 of them that I raised up from the last ones. And, well, they could end up biting each other in the face over a live sea monkey. They do some really weird stuff. And not sure who's going to win. My money would be on the female. And so anyway, so I'll try to document the egg going from day by day into a mini axolotl. So I'll just do that as a separate video. And these knuckleheads, I don't know what the heck they're doing, but I'll move on with some guppies. Alright, this is day 4 of the eggs. I'll keep, I guess, chronicling what's going on with them. But you can see it change from an egg inside the gelatinous sac to what looks like a semicircle. If I could get closer, which I can't, you could see that it actually already looks like a miniature axolotl in there. And I don't want to hit the tank, but at this point, if I did, they would kind of move a little inside there. So basically, even though some of these are still looking like just eggs, but some of them have developed a little further along. It's possible they could have been laid by the female a couple hours earlier than the other ones. But you can see quite the development already in just a couple of days. Really cool. So I'll keep going with this and then just make it into one gigantic video. Alright, today is Monday, October 21st, and this is day number 5 on the eggs. And you can kind of see that some of them have turned into like a little upside down kind of half moon looking thing. Try not to disturb it too much, but it just kind of looks like a upside down little dash. But it's actually a live axolotl developing inside that egg sac, or whatever you want to call it. So, kind of cool. I'll pick it up again tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. It should be day 6. And you can kind of almost see that's turning into what looks like one. So hang in there. Okay, this is day 6 on the eggs. You can see, I'm trying to zoom in. See if this can pick it up. Alright, it's not picking it up. It's kind of picking up the plants as well. I'm going to back out a bit. Yeah, I guess it's just picking up the plants. So, what's happening, this is just some dried up duckweed. It's stuck to the jelly thingamajig. And the round eggs have turned into a semicircle. And it is the body of the axolotl forming. There's a bunch of them right there. There's some more over here. And there's probably a couple that'll remain eggs and won't hatch. I'm going to try again to get a little closer. There you can kind of see it's got a beginnings of an axolotl body. There you go. Look at that one moved. How cool was that? Very cool. That's probably just from my face. I don't know if we can get them to move again without scaring the crap out of them. You don't want to do that. There we go. I didn't even do anything. So it's very odd. They haven't hatched yet, but they are alive inside the gelatinous sac thing. So I don't think I can get them to move a little bit. Anything? You guys want to move? We got nothing. But anyway, that's day 6, and there's been quite a bit of development already. And I'll keep this going and see what we got tomorrow. But pretty soon they're going to completely form inside that jelly round thing. And then they'll bust their way out of it. So I'll keep going. Hang in there. Yeah, this is day 7 of the axolotls. The eggs turning into something. You can kind of see they've turned into like a semicircle, and it kind of looks like they're almost developing the gills, or what will be the gills. But on the 7th day, we didn't rest, and we have, you can see the tail is forming on the bottom left. That's the head on the top part there, and it looks like gills as well. Pretty cool. There's a bunch of them. There's a couple of like this one that have never hatched, so they're going to fungus. That's another one that is turning into an axolotl. So I'll pick it up again tomorrow. Maybe by day 10 or so, they'll be wiggling quite a bit. They move once in a while, but I don't like tapping on the tank or anything. All right, hang in there. All right, this is day 8 of the axolotls hopefully hatching. We are not too far off. You can see we kind of have almost fully formed looking axolotls inside their kind of jelly casing. Might be the best one to get a close-up of. There you go. You can kind of see that looks like a fully formed axolotl. And they do wiggle in the, I'm going to get them back on here. They do wiggle inside the, whatever this thing is. Trying to get some of them to move without me moving. Okay. Not so easy to get anything that moves. But there you can see they're pretty much almost fully formed. If I stay on this one, we might get lucky, might wiggle around. There's 2 of them right there. But they are still inside the, I guess the jelly sac or whatever that is. So you can see the tail is fully formed. The head and the gills are starting to form. And if all goes well, probably within about 2 or 3 more days, they will drop out of this jelly sacky thing and start swimming around a little bit. So I'll pick it up tomorrow and go from there. Okay, we're at day 9 on the axolotl eggs starting to turn into something. See if I can get a close-up of one. Yeah, ready. It won't. There we go. I think we got it. So you can see it's almost completely straightened out now, and has a head and a complete tail, and it looks like a little axolotl that is still inside the gel sac thing. Pretty cool. So sometimes they move. Not today. So I'll film again tomorrow, and in about 2 days they should drop out and start swimming around. Okay, we are on day 10 of the axolotl eggs turning into something. And there's quite a bit of progress overnight from yesterday. Let me zoom in on this dude, or dudette. What we can see is they're still inside the gelatinous blob, each little individual thing. This guy or gal is upside down, or we're seeing actually from above. So you can make out the gills on both sides. Might have to back out to get it clearer. You can see an eyeball, long tail. So we're getting somewhere. So there's another one, and another one. Apologize, the iPhone is picking up the plants and stuff. So probably in about another day or 2, they'll drop out and wander the tank. I think we got some more over here. And there you can see the gills pretty good. And both eyeballs. And the full tail. So this is some pretty cool stuff. There's quite a bit of development overnight. And probably in another day or 2, they will drop out of the gelatinous blah, 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 and be wandering around the tank. So they won't have legs for probably 2 to 3 weeks. So they just kind of swim. And it's pretty cool. They're not easy for me to keep alive. I'll be feeding them some live baby brine shrimp. Hopefully I can keep some alive over the course of their development. But you know, I wouldn't, if there was like 100 in here, I wouldn't expect to keep 100 alive. They're kind of difficult. They have to be fed really often, and I don't even think I can do that. I like the live baby brine shrimp because it will stay alive in the tank. So see if I can get a little closer up. That's the max. This is pretty cool. And once in a while they wiggle, but not right now. So I'll continue this tomorrow. And we only have about another day or 2 before they are zipping around. All right, we are on day 11 of the watch for these axolotl dudes and dudettes to pop out of the jelly ball thing. They're each in an individual little sack of like jelly, which I guess gives them some kind of nutrients as they start to form into axolotls, which they're basically doing. See if I can get this to focus on them and not the plants. Not easy. Trying to get closer, it's not happening. Alright, I'll back out a little bit. But there's quite a few in there. As you can see, they were the hatches from a pink leucistic pear. But right now these look a little bit brownish. They'll lighten up after they start zipping around in the water. And I guess it'll be like another day. And then we'll finally get some axolotls out of this thing. So I'll keep it short because there's no real progress. We are on day number 12. And these guys have just started to drop out of the egg things. You can see some of the live baby brine shrimp I put in there. That one didn't hatch yet. Let's see if I can find him. There's one down here who is out and about. There he is. See if we can focus on him. There you go. That is a 1-day-old axolotl. If we get lucky, he may, or she, may eat some of the live brine shrimp that's in there, baby brine shrimp, and pop up in the air or in the water. But anyway, that's what they look like. It's just hatched basically about an hour ago. And we're not really seeing much because he ain't moving. I don't want to tap on the tank. Just kind of hoping he'd go after the live baby brine shrimp, but we're not seeing that happening. But there's others up here somewhere. And you can see them just hanging out. They haven't hatched yet or dropped out, or I don't even know what you call it. But they've fully developed in 12 days. And what will happen soon, they'll zip around the tank. They'll grow legs within a couple of weeks. And they probably will turn pink before too long. I don't know exactly how long that one will take. But anyway, that's it's a bit of a long video, but it's the course of over 12 days of an axolotl going from an egg to a hatched axolotl. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in. And it's not quite something you see all the time.